So we just got back from Japan. I am going to start documenting our trip. I have this whole big bag full of, it's huge, full of ephemera from our trip. So we are going to go through and sort it out. There's all kinds of stuff in here, including some fans that we got for free that they were just handing out. This was from the churro at Disney Sea, so cute. There's lots of receipts and wrappers. So this was also a fun ice cream from Disney Sea. So there is a ton of stuff in here, so we are going to go through it and sort it out. So the first thing I do is pull out my big bull clips, and then I basically put one for each day with a little post-it note sticker of of the day with all the stuff, so that I can separate it for when I want to document it. Just makes it easier if it's all separated by the days. So I'm going to dump out this big bag of stuff onto my desk. I even kept, this is the Been There series from Starbucks, the box, so I want to cut probably just that title off the top here for when we went to the Starbucks there. This was from when we went to the Samurai Museum, so they have stamps everywhere in Japan, so that will be used. Some Kit Kats. There's all sorts of stuff in here. I kept a lot of magazines. So this is 24 Hours in Tokyo, because I figured it would have some stuff that I could cut out and use in my memory keeping. So again, just lots of receipts, packaging. So this is the Disney Resort receipt. Yeah, from like our whole trip. I kept as much of it as I could. My husband kind of shook his head a lot of times because he was like, why are you keeping that? And I'm like, never mind. So this is our Zip Air baggage. This was from a water bottle. Their water bottles are so cute. So this is the Mickey one, and I also have the Minnie one somewhere. So yeah, let me dump this out on my desk and we'll start sorting. Okay, so you can see there's quite a bit here. A lot of stuff. First thing I'm going to do is pull out all the stuff that's not like day related. So any magazines that I kept, anything like that, I'll pull out first, because those I can use pretty much anytime. There's not a specific time for it. So for example, the subway map, I can use this pretty much anytime. It was just a map of the Tochomai station. So that, I just loved the big map. So that, for example, I can use on any page because we took the subway pretty much every day. So stuff like this, we're going to separate first. This fan, I don't know how I'm going to be able to use it. But this was on the day we went to Asakusa. So I'm just going to start making piles. So this first pile, of course, will be anything that has nothing to do with anything. So for example, I could probably put the Pocky box in this pile. This I need to cut down, so I am going to do that right now. There might be anything with boxes. I usually try to see first if there's like a good spot to cut it, because a lot of times they fold over. So I usually just try and find where that fold is, which is right there. And then you can open it up so that you're preserving the box as much as possible before you go and cut what you want. So I think I'm just going to keep, probably this part here, because it's in Japanese for sure, and maybe even that part. So I think I'm just going to stick it like that. I'm just going to add this one to the use it for any day, because we also ate a lot of Pocky. So anything, any magazines or anything like that that I kept, if it's not specific to a day, then I'm just going to stick it in this pile here. And that'll get rid of the more bulkier ones. Like I got this Tokyo travel guide just because I thought it would probably have a lot of maps and stuff in here, which are great to use for travel books. And it talks a lot about the different, so for example, we could, you know, if we're going to a certain place, like Akibara, it's got the name at the top here, so you could cut that out to use that. Okay, again, another Pocky box. I don't think we need to keep two, so I will, that one's going to go in the garbage. So here's another magazine from Tokyo. Got a little bit crushed, but again, it probably just has some good maps. And then it also had a little Tokyo Disneyland, Disney Resort flyer, so I grabbed that too. This I just grabbed at the airport. They have lots of like travel guides and stuff, so if you're looking for free stuff to add to your journals and stuff, then that's a great resource, is the airport when you're there. This was, I'm actually going to use this box. Actually, I won't. Let's just cut this one down right now, because I don't need to keep this whole box. I just want this part here. I'm going to cut that so I can get rid of the box. And this was on a specific day that we did this. That was when we went to Shibuya. So I'm just going to go through and see if there's any other magazines or anything that I can get rid of in this. It's a lot. I think this is a magazine as well. Yep. So let's add that to this bundle. And I think I could probably add the Kit Kat package, because those were eaten over a few days, so it's not like they were specific to a day. This is the Toy Story Hotel, so that was Disney. I might just do, I'm going to document Tokyo and Disney separately. So Tokyo is going to be done in my Tokyo Traveler's Notebook that I got. And then I'm going to be using a 6x8 album to document the Disney stuff. So I'm going to put all the Disney stuff back in that bag, because I'll separate that when I work on the Disney stuff. So the Disney store we actually went to in Shinjuku, so I'll keep that out. But anything that we got from the Disney Resort, this was from the airport. So I'm just going to look through and see anything Disney Resort I'm going to put back in this bag. Just because that will go in a separate Disney album. Disney Resort, shop together. The thing is, you're not even going to be able to tell what day because it's all in Japanese. So it's going to be difficult to go through and figure out which days these all relate to. I mean, the Tokyo Disney stuff will be easy because most of it has Tokyo Disney written right on it. This is the Pokemon store. That was at the airport. We got a lot of, in our room we had postcards, and then at one point a guy came out with a stamp. So we got to stamp a postcard as well at the resort, which was a lot of fun. This is the Toy Story Hotel envelope that we got when we checked in. So all of this stuff in here is probably Toy Story. So, or for the Disney Resort while we were there. So I think I'm just going to put all of that in here. This was from a Coca-Cola label. This is an old, oh, this is from the 7-Eleven. These were the pancakes. They were so good, pancakes. And I think this was from McDonald's. We went and got a drink there, just so we could stay in the air conditioning. So that was separate day. This is the Knot. So this is where we stayed in the Knot Tokyo in Shinjuku. This is our hotel that we stayed at. So, and basically I just started kind of sticking stickers onto the little notebook here. So the More Than Bakery was the bakery we had downstairs. So these are just kind of some of the stickers. Shop Disney. I think that was from the Disney store, but I was just sticking them on here so that they wouldn't get lost. This was for our hotel. So this was our room number and how we got into our hotel room. So I'm going to kind of put like the hotel stuff all together, because I'll probably do a layout about the hotel. I have no idea what this is. And for now, I'm just going to go anything I can't figure out. Family Mart. So that was close to our hotel. So we shopped there quite a bit. This is from my fan that I bought. So that was when we went to Shibuya. Again, I am going to have to use a translate app to figure out what most of these receipts are from. I probably should have. And there you go. There's a tip for you if you're going somewhere where you don't speak the language. Make sure that you write on your receipts what they're for, because otherwise you're going to look back at them and go, I have no idea. The Family Mart, I'm assuming, was just the one that was by our hotel, so we went there quite a bit. That's obviously a ticket for something. 10,000 yen. That could have been our bus. I can't remember. There's another Family Mart. So here's another little guide. So I will put that with this pile. So I'm just putting all the hotel stuff in a pile over here. The Knot. So this can go here. I'll put the M&Ms here as well. That's the Disney store. So that was Shibuya. This was, oh, we ate when we were at the Disney resort. We ate at Cafe Kayla, which was a Hawaiian pancake place. It was so good. So that's not actually Disney. That's like, it was beside the resort. Boarding pass, I'm going to keep those separate as well. Because those are kind of flying, so that usually goes first. We got a lot of stickers. The staff were amazing at the Tokyo Disney Resort. So we got a lot of stickers and stuff from them. This was something we also got. These are so good. We had ice cream in them. Yummy. We got these Tokyo Disney Resort. Let's see if I can fold it so you can see. These are Pocky, and they're shaped like Mickey heads. So when you get them, I can open one. When I do the Disney, I kept some so I could show you while I do my Disney, but they're actually shaped like Mickey. So those we got at the Tokyo Disney Resort. My husband threw these in here. I think because it says no toothpick on there. Okay, we won't use this toothpick. Fresh fruit. This was at the Disney Resort. This one here, so I might put that in the Disney stuff. They have their fruit peeled. They don't have like just apples and oranges for sale. They have bags of peeled fruit. So this was peeled oranges, and then they give you a little fork to eat it with. So there you go. It's a whole different world. When we did our boat cruise, that was for our 34th wedding anniversary. They gave us these cute little good luck coins. So those will go on the day that we did our boat cruise, which was the 27th. And I think we did the Disney store that day too, so I'll stick that with it. Again, Disney Resort. There's probably a lot of stuff from the Disney Resort here just because that's when I spent most of my money. But look at these little stickers they gave us. They were awesome. And this is just a wipe. I don't know if I'm going to put this in. I'll keep it for now. I might have to take the wipe out. I think the wipe would dry out and maybe cause some issues down the road. So the More Than Bakery again, I'll put with our hotel, because that was the bakery in the hotel. And this is the Disney store, so that will go separate. And again, boarding passes, that will go, like, that's kind of like the very first, when we went to Daiso there, my husband got a collar for our cat. This was a chopstick holder, I believe, from our boat cruise, so I will put it with the boat cruise stuff. The Coke, I think I'm just going to leave there. This is when we went to the Don Quixote store. You get a free sticker from them. So there's a lot of like random stuff that I just stuck in here. Not sure if I would keep it, but this is like the mineral water bottle. This was, we bought, and it was really hot while we were there, so we bought a UV umbrella the day that we went to Asakusa. So I might put that there. But it was super hot. This is the Miracosta. So we, I'll go into more detail, but we were super sad the day that we were going to Disney Sea. They closed down early because they had a private rental. The parks are usually open 9 to 9. They were closing it at 6. They told us we had to leave by 6 that day. And that was not, when we bought the ticket, we paid full price and we weren't going to be able to be there for a full day, which we were kind of upset about. But there's nothing you can do. We're from Canada. It's not like we can choose another day to go. They were willing to reimburse us, but then we wouldn't have gotten to go to Disney Sea at all. So we decided we would just make the best of it. They did give us early entry, which helped because we didn't have a lot of time. So that 15 minutes of just being in the park with less people actually is a big thing. It made a big difference. So again, this is all kind of all the stuff from Disney. So Mike kept the Disney Story Hotel. These are the Pasmo ticket, the train rides. It's either Suica or Pasmo. We ended up, the station we're at didn't have Suica, so we just got the Pasmo. So that again was like first day kind of purchases. So I'm going to put that over with our hotel. And then Toy Story Hotel. And then every day that you ride the monorail, the Disney monorail, which was so cute, they have different passes. So we got 2 Duffy ones. This one says Got Splash, which is their kind of summer. And then this one is, they had a big Ready for Takeoff, which was all about flights and stuff like that while we were there. So these are the, I was so happy to get these because everything at home at the Disneyland Tokyo was digital. So nothing that you could keep. It was crazy. I was like, can we get a ticket? Can you give us anything that I can physically put in my album? Thank God for the Disney monorail. So all of this stuff is Disney, so we're gonna put that in the Disney bag. But that's the other thing to keep in mind is when you go to different places, some of them don't have any, like anything, paper anymore. It's all digital. So when we were there in Shibuya, when we did the scramble, we found a Fantastic Four pop-up, which had some food that you can buy and drinks. And so I kept some stuff from that. So that is going to go in the Shibuya pile. And this was Mike's favorite drink while we were there. I don't know how you say it. I don't know, but this was his favorite drink, so he drank this pretty much every day, and he loved it. So we're gonna keep that. I'm just putting all this stuff in this pile. It's getting full, the clip, so I might have to make a second pile. Again, if I'm not sure where it came from, I'm gonna have to kind of do some Googling. This was the Pokemon. I think this was the one Mike bought at the Pokemon Cafe. So that was Shibuya as well. And then this was the bamboo bookmark that we got. I think we got this at the Don Quixote. So that was Shinjuku. So I did manage to get a lot of stuff, even though a lot of it is digital, but mainly it's receipts. We were lucky enough to, my husband had for, because of his credit card, he gets to stay at the clubs, at the lounges at the airport. So we were lucky enough to do that on the way there and on the way back. We, instead of just sitting with everybody else, we got to go into the lounge. And basically, it's usually paid, but he had coupons, and you basically get to eat and drink whatever you want while you're there, even alcohol. So that was great. So we did that both times that we flew. That was really nice. But this is the one on the way back. So I'm going to put that with my flight stuff, just because that all kind of will go together. This was some sort of Pokemon thing. So I don't think there was, I think I just grabbed this because it was Pokemon related. So there's a couple things that my husband bought at Daiso. So this was the Daiso, which was the same as the pancake. That was there was like a mall beside. So I printed these out before we went because I knew they didn't have park maps. So I printed out the Tokyo Disneyland and Tokyo Sea maps. So I will definitely be adding those to the Disney things. They did not have maps at all. And here's another, I love this one because this was Art Japan. So it's got a lot of things about art, pop-ups, and photos and stuff. So that was another great one to add. I'm just going to start another clip because the other one's getting too full. So we're just going to put all this stuff. I just like to have it in these clips so that it doesn't get lost and it's all, you know, in one section. So we've got a ton left still to do. Holy. Chocolates that I bought at the Disney Resort. This is the Narita Tobu Hotel, which this was the last day we were there. Instead of staying at the Disney Hotel, we decided we'd leave late and go to the airport hotel, which was right beside the airport. And that way we wouldn't be worried about missing the bus or the train or whatever. So we went to the airport hotel. So this is some of the stuff from that. So this was kind of our last day. So I'm going to put that there. And then Disney Resort. Looks like that's all Disney. Disney. And then Disney and I don't know where the Shop Together store is from. So that we'll have to check out. We use the Translate app quite a bit to talk to the cab drivers. We took cabs a couple of times. When we did the boat cruise, we took a cab. Just because it was super hot that day. I think it was the hottest day. And we didn't feel like walking in the heat. So we took a cab and it was our anniversary. So, you know, we didn't mind paying a little bit extra. And cabs aren't as expensive as people made them out to be. I don't know if it's because here in Vancouver cabs are expensive, but they weren't that expensive. To go from where we were to Shinjuku, we took the cab home one day because it was getting late and we weren't sure we were going to make the train. It was only like $15. It wasn't that expensive. So it depends how far you're going, of course, and traffic and all that. But and you don't have to tip there either, which we loved. We loved not having to worry about tipping. Japan culture, you don't tip. So this is from the Don Quixote store. This is a straw from McDonald's. So that was when we went to sorry, I kind of blanked there. That was when we went to Asakusa Disney Resort. This is from the pop-up for Fantastic Four. We got a gotcha ball and you got a prize, and this was one of the prizes. So they're little trading cards, which were really cool. So I will be adding those for sure. We don't, if the boys or anything collected stuff, then I would give it to them, but I didn't think that they'd want it. So here's some other maps that I printed out. I'm Gen X, so I literally print out everything. So just our airport and stuff too, and some basic Toy Story maps and how to get there, how to get to Toy Story. So I will, that one I think I'm going to stick, you know what, I'm going to leave this one with our, where did I put, with the airline tickets, because this also is our Zip Air information. So I'll put all that, that'll be a pile. Okay, so again, the Marvel pop-up store. This was, my husband wanted to try make gories when we get back. So he bought these from the Daiso store. So that will go with that. Okay. I'll try and move these over here. So Toy Story Hotel. This was, I got this strawberry shaved ice. It was so good. So I'm just going to cut out this circular part here. I didn't want the whole thing, but it was so good. I don't know why that's not gone viral on TikTok. This is probably my favorite treat while we were at I think this was from the Family Mart. So it was like strawberry shaved ice, and it had like whole frozen strawberries on the top. It was so good on a hot day. So good. So I cut that out and get rid of that. These are from when we went to the temple. So these are our fortunes. I got a regular fortune. Mike, of course, got an excellent fortune. Of course, because, you know, that's how he rolls. Again, Fantastic Four. This is our luggage tag, so that will go with the that stuff. Disney. This is the Toy Story Hotel notepad. Toy Story Hotel. Again, the Disney is from Toy Story Hotel. Again, more Toy Story Hotel. I've got a lot of Toy Story Hotel stuff. A little Pocky bag, which I'll add over here. Disney Resort. That is from the Disney Resort. Starbucks. So that's going to go with the piece that I cut out. Thank you coupon. This is from Don Quixote, so I'll put that with that. This was a magnet. I think this one was from Don Quixote. Not sure what this is. Gonna have to look that one up. This was chopstick holder from the place we had ramen. This napkin has nothing on it, so I'm going to throw that away. Don Quixote again. Oops. This little spoon, I don't remember where we got that from. So the Starbucks, that was when we went to Shibuya. So I'll try and put all that. I'm gonna have to look up a lot of these receipts. Toy Story Hotel. The Loft was amazing. Or Loft, it's just called Loft, not The Loft. This was it had like a little bit of everything, but it had a whole floor, like a department store floor of stationery. I think my husband spent more than I did. But it was amazing. And there's the Daiso receipt, Toy Story. Again, a Coca-Cola label. This is the Pokemon store. I believe this is the one at the airport. So that might have to go with the airport stuff. And then this is the 7-Eleven bag. Oh, we're back. So this was, I have a picture of these. So I'll have to figure out what day that was. Another Pocky bag. I might not need to, but I'll just stick them there. Even just the cute little, like, this is the wrapper on the lid of the bottle with the Mickeys on it. Had to keep that. And then this is Disney Resort. This is another Coca-Cola bottle. I'll stick that there. Oh. And I think I'm going to call that almost sorted. You can see most of the stuff that I got are receipts because they just don't have a lot of paper anything there. A lot of it is digital fully, like Disneyland, so they don't have maps or anything like that. It's all done on your phone. But I can show you a little bit more about that as we get there. But I'm gonna have to go through these and see if I can figure out with a Translate app what the store was, and figure out what day, because this one does. So this one here is August 2nd, so I can kind of guess from the dates for some of the stuff. So but a lot of the times they August 2nd. Oh, perfect. Okay, so those if I can figure out a date on there. Some of them don't have a date in English, like this one, which is the Lego store. But the Lego store, the only place was at the airport, so that was our last day. So I know what that one was, but I'll have to go through. Oh, look at these cute Toy Story Hotel stickers. Yes, we met some amazing customer service people while we were there. Honestly, some of the best customer service I've had at a Disney in Tokyo. So yeah, so that's it. I hope you enjoyed this kind of sort with me, all the fun stuff that I kind of picked up through our trip, and you will see me over the next little bit working in my Tokyo Travelers book for Tokyo and the Japan not Disney part of the trip. And then I have an album from Andrea Beth Key, which has a little cutout, Disney cutout on it that I'm going to use for all the Disney stuff. So we did Disneyland and Disney Sea, 2.5 days, but I think we took a lot of photos, so I know I'll be able to fill a little album. So thanks for coming, and stay tuned for seeing how I put all of this stuff to use. So here is the first part of the Tokyo trip. This is the pre-Disney, non-Disney stuff. So I used these cute little post-it notes throughout as well. I got these at Loft in Shibuya. But they're super cute. So basically I took clips and I put a post-it note on the top about what day it was. This is kind of backwards. So August 2nd was the day that we left Narita Hotel Airport and went home. And then this is just all the way except Disney stuff, July 29th. And then July 28th. So this is everything that happened on July 28th. So I've just got it broken down by dates. I put everything for July 27th in this bag, or in this envelope. And I'm planning on using, so this we bought at Don Quixote, we bought a reusable bag that says Tokyo on it. This is kind of the pattern of it. But I thought if I can fit it in my traveler's notebook, I'm going to. I'm not sure if it'll be too big, but I want to see. This is just the cover. The bag was inside. So I want to see if I can actually use that. The 26th, including the fan, which will not fit in my traveler's notebook. So I'm not sure if I'm going to try and peel off some of this just to use as a background or something. So I also have this clip here, which is kind of our basically getting there pre-trip stuff, like buying exchange, because a lot of places only take cash. This was July 24th, which was YVR to Tokyo, and then all of the stuff I printed out, and then just checking into our hotel. And then this is 2 big clips full of just junk. So I don't know if I'm going to do a separate junk journal to keep my actual traveler's notebook a little bit thinner, since I have a lot of junk. But I'm going to put some of this in the traveler's notebook for sure, and the rest I'll probably just do a quick little junk journal with it. So there's everything sorted, except the Disney stuff, which, like I said, I'm doing separately. So now that I have these in clips, then I can pick a day. We'll start at the beginning, grab my Tokyo notebook, traveler's notebook, and start documenting each day. I also kept a notebook, notes of what happened each day. And I will use my husband's brain because he remembers everything. So I will also ask him to write down what he thought about the trip and his kind of points of view as well, so that we get those in the book as well. But then that, my next video will be day 1, which will be the travel day from YVR to Tokyo. So you'll see that in my next video. Thanks. Bye.